3, 2, 1.
So anyways, I'm going to do a live, okay? And I do it every morning, okay? I have to, tension.
I'm going to be watching you and sending you likes.
What?
Is it going to be on Instagram or which one?
It'll be on all of them.
Oh.
It'll be on all of them. Yeah. Welcome, Bravehearts all around the world. I'm Dr. Daryl Wolf, and this is the first day of the Whole Life Health Coach Certified, okay? And how are we doing, everybody?
Amazing.
Anybody want to jump ship yet? Okay. How was the first hour and a half?
It was amazing.
How was it?
Yeah.
Here. How was the first hour and a half?
It was amazing.
Okay. All right. And Dacia, why are you here?
It's a great, yeah, put me on the spot. Mañana.
Good. Mañana. Mañana. Tomorrow, stay tuned for why Dacia came. Now, understand something. I need everybody to understand something. None of us know why we're here. And once you discover why you're here, oh my God, now it's an adventure. Now you become the producer, the actor of your own show. But nobody knows why they're here. Oh, everybody tells stories. But understand something right now, and nobody wants to hear this. Planet Earth is just a training ground. It's a training ground. And it's brutal. I'm telling you right now, the other species in the universe just look at us and go, wow, wow. They lie to each other. Okay? They cheat on each other. Okay? They actually kill each other. They poison each other. This is, you know, I'm going to tell you something and people don't want to hear it, but on the big scheme of the universe, if you only think that we're the only species in the universe, then guess what? You should never come to this course because it will traumatize you. Okay? But if you understand, okay, that's just like, oh, you know, centuries ago, people didn't know that there was other continents with other people on them, did they? How about today? Most of us think that we are civilized. We're more uncivilized now than we were hundreds of thousands of years ago. We did not crawl out of a cave. They made that up. They got rid of all of the advancements, and trust me, we were more of an advanced race hundreds of thousands of years ago than we are now. All you got to do is look at it. Take anybody with a belief system, and you can tell that most people with their belief systems, they've never researched the belief system that they believe in. And that's why they're not going anywhere. This is a training ground for your spirit. I already told you that a very, very tiny percentage of your spirit is on this plane. The rest isn't on this plane. You came to a life-threatening, fun-filled adventure. You came to an adventure that if you believe what the majority of the population believes in, there's no growth. But that is the game, isn't it? How would you like to go play a game that the odds are against you, and that if you can actually find your authentic self, you will become the Braveheart hero of your story? Did you get that? Everything you know is bullshit. Everything. Because if you found your true authentic self, you would not be at war with yourself or war with anything else. Look at how many people will sign up to go to war and hurt another human being, another spirit being. And guess what? We're fighting bankers' wars. We're fighting the psycho tyrants' wars. And there's an entity on this planet that God has put in charge of to actually corrupt us and to see if we can rise above it. And if you want to believe in anything else, then I can't help you. I can't help you. I can't help you. The reality is this. How many people know that rocks grow? Okay, they have spirit energy. There are so many different levels of living spirit things on this planet. When you eat a vegetable or a fruit, it's still alive. It said, I am going to give you my spirit because I want to become part of you. See, plants actually believe that we are more higher frequencies than they are. Boy, have they been told the wrong story. Well, it depends on who's eating it, right? And understand something right now, everyone. You know, everything that you've been taught to walk away from is everything that you need to walk to. And understand something. You don't go to the light anymore. You look in the darkness and you'll find the truth. And most of you feel that it's dark inside yourself, and you're going to find out that you are the light that you've been searching for when you go through this course, and you're going to get it. Was the first hour and a half riveting enough for you? Did it wake you up a little bit? Did it bring you into the present moment? Did it show you that I am absolutely scared of nothing? There is no fear in me. There is no fear in me. And you know, people don't like to hear that. And they go, oh, he'll get his. Oh, really? That's just like when I tell people I'll never have a disease, because that means I'm not at ease. I'm totally at ease, thank you, no matter what the drama, how many wars they're going to bring out, how much they're going to make harp play, okay? All right, okay, all right. The majority of the population don't want to know. They're just going to do this, and they're going to be recycled for centuries and centuries and centuries and centuries. Then you need to understand something. When you start feeding your vibration and bringing your frequency up, you're not leaving anybody behind. You're fulfilling your destiny. What, you actually think that your family's going to come along with you on this trip? No. Your family's not. No, my family's not going to come with me. No. My kids think I'm whacked. You know, Sage doesn't. He works with me. But, you know, that's the deal. It doesn't matter whether my family approves or not. I do no harm. I do harm because guess what? People believe that if you're not like their belief systems, they don't want anything to do with you, do they? You don't need to be any of my belief systems, and I love you anyway, because I already know the key. The key is that you do not judge on this planet. You observe. I've told this many times. You go to a buffet, you don't go there arguing with the broccoli because I hate you, broccoli. Don't even come near me. You come near me and I tell you, I will punch you in the face. That's how we treat our life, don't we? We go around telling everything that we hate not to come near us. That's how you attract it. You are the magnet to it. Your life is as miserable as your beliefs are. That's it. That's it. I'm telling you right now, and you're not going to believe this. You don't know, Daryl. You haven't had the trauma, and the people coming after you trying to destroy your business, destroy your life like I have. You know why? Because you stay quiet. You don't come on here and open up your mouth and tell people need to be free and that we're enslaved and that guess what? I'll tell you right now, there are so many systems out there, and I don't even want to get into it, too controversial, but I'm going to get into everything here. Remember something, these are my beliefs. Don't be offended by my beliefs. Take the beliefs that you want this time. But remember something. At the end of the day, all my beliefs are based on one thing. Unconditional love for myself and everyone else. No judgment, just observation. Because if I judge anyone, somebody's got to go to jail. And understand something. People will keep me in jail forever, but I'm not in jail because I don't care. I don't care what people think. You don't care that I hate you? You don't care that I'm upset because your beliefs don't match mine? You know, let me tell you something, okay? I'm not nobody's leader, but understand this. You need to ask yourself why I am being attacked so often. If I did something illegal, I should be in jail, shouldn't I? They can't do it. It would never stand up in court. You understand? Every one of my colleagues, we used to get together, 40, 50 of us, about 40 to 50 of us at Ty Bollinger's house every year. They're all under attack all the time. When I talk to them, Daryl, it's another badge of honor. But I can walk down the street, you murderer, you thief, you have to understand something. I'm trying to show you something. You need to rise. You need to rise. You don't get lucky, you make lucky. You don't get diseased if you're not at ease. You cannot be at ease if you actually buy into people's dysfunctional belief systems. Love my ass, will you? Okay, seriously? I love you. I love you. Don't tell me you love me. Tell me that you love yourself. Then I know you're not dangerous. To yourself or to me. You know damn well that every one of you, okay, by the time that you were a teenager, 12, 13, you were so desperate to be made love to. Because you came here with unconditional love. By the time you went through the conditional love thing with your parents, because that's what they did. That's what you do. That's what you do. We all do it. It's conditional love. If you give me what I want, then I'll give you what you want. Or I'll hold out on you. I won't hug you. I won't love you. I won't care for you. And that's how we're taught. Just know this. Do you want to hear something? This world's never going to change. But you can. And this world doesn't need to change. Did I just show you around where I live? Guess what? It was the same 30 years ago. Before COVID, it was the same. After COVID, the same. After all the wars are going to start and all the hurricanes they want to start, all the drama they're going to do, it's still the same. You can't buy into this. And the worst part of it is you buy into your own BS. Every one of you, guess what? At the end of the week will tell me and go, you know what? You're right. I do run a program. I run a program. And that program is that I only give myself 3 seconds to get back to unconditional love for myself in my life. And that's it. Oh God, my family even gets pissed off. You're not suffering long enough. It's not the reaction I wanted. It's not just your family, it'll be the whole world. I'm having a tantrum. The reality is most adults have a tantrum their whole life, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, that's right. That's right. That's right. And you don't even know it. And every one of you have a tantrum on some level. Because if you didn't, you wouldn't be here. Because you would have found that inner joy. Not inner peace. Because if you have to look for inner peace, then that means that you have outer war. Or you have inner war. Yes or no? A person that's looking for peace is a person that's at war. A person that's looking for alignment is looking to do what? People say to me, well, Daryl, do you teach meditation? No, there's enough people that are gurus of meditation out there. Trust me. I only teach one meditation. Do you know what that is?
Walking meditation.
The walking meditation. How many people do you know that meditate every day, but only an hour later, they're like, don't say anything to them. Don't go near them. How about just learning how to connect to your breath and have a slight smile and don't react to anything? How about just observing? Jesus taught unconditional love. Buddha taught what? Alignment. He said peace, be at peace. But it's alignment. Okay? If you had unconditional love and you had alignment, which is connecting to your lion heart breath, had a slight smile, God, I got to talk to you. This is something really bad. Okay, go ahead. What is it? You don't go, oh my God, what is it? What is it? And that's what we do, don't we? Okay? Action, reaction, 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 attack, attack, attack. Oh God, that was an exhausting conversation. Every conversation should bring you up. I said something the other day and somebody said to me, well, you still got to have food. And the reality is that scientifically, food only gives you 30% of your energy. And that's it. It can't do more than that. Okay? all right? 70% of your energy comes from attitude of gratitude, and the sun is the biggest one. So, you know, whether you believe this or not, why don't you go back 70 years. Go back 70 years. People would heal from the worst diseases by going to Switzerland, paying a crap load of money to go and sit naked outside and just have sun all day and eat good food. And that's it. And that's really what it's all about. You know, the sun. So I'm telling you right now, those people that do not live in an area that's sunny, they have a lot more work to do. They have to have a lot more sunny inside. If you're not sunny inside and you don't have sunny outside, you're toast, okay? You know, you're toast. You can't win this thing. We are light energy, electrical, magnetic beings. That's it, okay? And everybody, like I told you, is putting on an act, okay? All right? But guess what? You want to put on an act until you no longer are acting, right? Let me explain something to you. So I tell somebody, I say, well, then why don't you be the opposite of that? Well, because I'd be lying to myself if I told myself my life was good. And I go, guess what? You lied to yourself long enough that you said your life was bad. And that's why you are. That's how you got there, through repetition. That's how we get there. I mean, really? Really? In 1 hour, you can see the same commercials 5 to 7 times. And you're going to tell me that advertising doesn't work. So if you advertise the right things to yourself, you're going to be the right product. You will be a producer instead of a consumer. Almost everybody's being consumed today. Consumed by bullshit. Almost everybody's being consumed by poison because guess what? Guess what? Do you know what most people say? Well, it's okay, I don't mind. I'll eat anything. Okay, Mr. Garbage Can. Okay. Yeah, really, are you proud of that? Oh, wow, that's very courageous. Okay, let me see you eat this one. Okay, and they'll eat anything. And guess why? Why will they eat anything? Because they're stupid. No, they're not. They're not stupid. They were stupefied. And what do I mean by that? That means that they were raised without a price tag. They have no value. Something with value is precious. And if it has no value, it's not precious. And guess what? If it doesn't have value and you're not precious, then you're going to have a low vibrational relationship with yourself and everyone else. And what did I tell you? I said that you are the average of the 5 people you hang around with. So don't ask me to hang around with toxic family. I won't for very long. Don't ask me to hang around with toxic anybody too long because they're going to bring my vibration down. Did you ever make a phone call? Oh God, I don't want to make this call. Every time I call, she brings me down. Oh really? Don't worry, she'll find someone else to call or someone to call her. You don't need to do it anymore. And you do it through guilt. So now I've got guilt because I got a call. And then after I call, I'm down. And now I got to bring myself up. So understand something. This whole thing is a setup. Understand something. I don't know all religions, but religion is a setup. It's a setup. You know why? Because it divides you from... It divides you, doesn't it? You're always trying to get there. You got to go through someone to get there. Because you're just not good enough to get there. Well, I'm good enough. I'm always there. My creator doesn't have a personality disorder. It doesn't even have a personality. It's all vibration and it's all frequency. He's so good to us. He really is? What? He really is? He who? He what? I'm not telling anybody to change, but I will tell you that if you change the story... Okay, so you're going to tell me that if you change the story to something that will make you feel beautiful, something that will make you feel whole, and something that gives you tons of energy and makes you smile, you're going to hell. Tell me that you're going to go to hell for that. You say, everything is so ridiculous. I'm not going to be ridiculous. I'm going to be logical. All right? When I leave this body, I'm only light and frequency, right? And we were created by the Creator, correct? So the Creator is light and frequency. Is it yes or no? Help me out here.
Yes.
Okay. Then 1 minute it doesn't love us and 1 minute it doesn't hate us. Do you understand? Let's get rid of all... Listen, just because you're outnumbered, you're not. Okay? The majority of the population is always going to go for this. They're always going to go for this. This is a training ground. I don't judge anyone. There's nobody out there that's stupid. I don't know how many times I've been recycled over and over again. You know, when you see someone and that person is doesn't like you or is doing something that doesn't fit in your wheelhouse, you don't judge them. I guarantee you, you were there, and I guarantee you, you could end up there again. And when we're in survival mode, we will do the worst things to people or to ourselves, and we cannot judge them. And I'm telling you, love is the only answer. Love is. Jim Gale right now is trying to get into all the prisons in United States to start, and then go around the world and try to bring love and food to these prisoners. They're not prisoners. They're not bad people. They're people that have bad beliefs, and guess what? They were in survival mode. You know what? There's no justice. There's no justice. Okay? And justice has to start with you. And what is justice with you? Unconditional love. And you don't give a crap what anybody says you did or what you are. You don't care. And you definitely do not let any governmental person ever tell you anything. You do not let the police in your house. You do not let anyone that's told that they have authority over you to have authority over you, because they don't. And that's the ruse right there. I'm going to tell you something. Your job is to love nature. Your job is to fall in love with yourself. Your job is to understand that every cell in your body, which is 50 trillion of them, have the same personality as you. How's that going to look? If you're not at ease, you get a disease. Every cell in your body has a brain, has a spine, has a liver, has a spleen, and has emotion. And every time that you stress out, the actual coating of your cell gets thicker. Did you know that? Because it's trying to protect itself from you. It's trying to protect itself from you. So if it has to protect itself from you a lot, and it creates this outer coating, then guess what? The cell becomes a swamp inside. What came first, the mosquito or the swamp? The swamp. So now what we're going to get is constipation of the cell. And there's only one disease, and that's dysfunctional mitochondria. They get calcified, and they don't have enough oxygen to breathe, and that's called cancer. That's what they call cancer. And guess what? Every time that you're stressed out, every time that you're angry, every time that you're depressed, are you breathing much? No. You shut your breathing off. You cut your breathing off. You cut your breathing off. You cut your living off. You cut the cells off. You know, you may not like my conversations, but guess what? Why don't you try to poke holes in it? And listen to me. Somebody else will tell the story differently. Somebody else will get to the top of the mountain differently. My way is not the way. I just created the Braveheart way. There's thousands of different ways to get there. There's people that will go here and they get everything they need, and it's got nothing to do with me. And then me, I'm only a very small piece. I might give you a teeny little piece of what you need. Okay? You have to search inside yourself first, and you know, okay, I've learned all I need to learn from him. That was it, okay? All right? I really feel like he filled my cup as much as he could. You move on, and you keep doing it. There's no destination. There's no destination. Do you actually believe that your spirit's eternal?
Yes.
Then why are you so scared? Maybe you aren't. We're talking about the majority.
Okay.
Okay, first of all, just know during this course, it's going to be all about her. Okay? But that's not wrong. But is that wrong? But is that wrong?
No.
No, that's not wrong. But when I'm talking generally. So if you could sit over here, because if I look out here, I'm in trouble. You're going to be
I'm sliding down slowly.
So what we've got is we've got a New Yorker, right?
Yeah.
Who lives in Mexico,
Yes.
that has found herself. I mean, what else do you want? I mean, there's the gift of a lifetime, right?
Yep.
And you know who you are.
I do.
That's right. She's just in for a little tune-up,
Yep.
right?
Yes.
True story. Because guess what? She went in like a bulldog all her life, and she got the shit kicked out of her until she realized that, guess what? She needed to love, honor, and respect herself because the outside world was never going to do it. So she's a little bit of abrasive, do you know? She's a little bit cutting. So for some people, well, but the reality is...
My own parents didn't do it.
What?
My own parents didn't give me what I needed, so how could the outside world give me what I
But your parents didn't give you what they needed because your parents weren't given what they needed.
Right.
They gave you all they got. Every parent gives their child all they got. And guess what? In the last 15 years, the kids were taught, it's your parents' fault. And see, it's always to create disruption and to terrorize the fabric. I mean, if the system really loved us, it would say, listen guys, yeah, I know you're mad at your parents, but they gave you all they could. But they were really dysfunctional. Okay, mom was an alcoholic and dad was a blah, 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 or blah, 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 right? Whatever the case may be. Well, guess what? They didn't know better. It's your turn to break the family curse and stop blaming your parents for your life. And guess what? You can always see people that blame, put blame. You got to stop it. Even if you could say, yeah, but Daryl, it's true. They were so brutal to me. Yeah, I know. But the reality is you don't go back there. It made you, you can say it made you stronger, but I don't know. And sometimes it can make you weaker. It can really corrupt you. But you can start today. See, I don't believe in going back and, I'm going to go back into my past lives and find out what went wrong. God, can we just do one life at a time or one moment at a time, which is 1/10,000. See, that's my philosophy. Stay here right now. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. If you could stay in the present moment, stay connected to your breath, and find that God spot in your heart, you don't need meditation. And I'm not saying don't do it. I didn't say that. I'm not putting anything down. I'm saying that we need a walking meditation right now, don't we? Okay, I told you the world's going into a different dimension, but there's going to be all kinds of chaos has to be created for it to do the flip switch, right? You don't become the chaos. Don't become the chaos. Mind your own business. Connect to your breath. The people go, oh, I wish I could have that. I wish I could do that. I wish I could live there. I wish I could do that. Just do it. Stop talking. Just do it. Okay? All right? Don't be scared. And nobody fails. Okay? Just when you fall forward. Okay? Learn from that one. I'm back up now. That's all it is. Do you think that I did all this because I just got it right all the time? No. Practice, practice, practice. Okay. Look, I'm going to tell you a really short story, and I already told you a little bit before, but I want to just emphasize on this. So the first time that, like when I got into the health business, all right, it took me, all right, 30 years to get to where I got to. I told Lori, because then I left the business for 7 years. I was done with it. All right? I needed to blow everything up, okay? To the point that when I came back, I had and I'm telling you the true story, $75,000. And I used that to just write the book, Healthy to 100. By the time the book was written, I had $2,200 left. Now, that was only 12 years ago. 12 years, I went from $2,200, and it's not about the money. I'm trying to show you something. Practiced. I did it already, and I just said to myself, in 10 years, it took me 12, but in 10 years, I said I'm going to do the same thing that I did in 30 years. What I'm trying to teach you here is this. Don't underestimate yourself, and if you're not running to the schedule that you wanted, connect to your breath, stay calm, stay in the present moment, and then recalculate. And say, it's for fun. This is all for fun. Do you know how we all have to take it so serious? You take it serious. You go to school. This is serious, because when you come to school, there's only one answer, and if you don't do the answer, your parents, you take this serious because there's only one answer and it's ours. That's the way we're taught. It's not their fault. There are hundreds of answers to the same question. Hundreds. There's no one answer. There's no one way to do it. There's not Daryl's way. It's Dacia's way. It's Cynthia's way. It's Chato's way. You find your way. You find your way. You go where your heart tells you to go, not your head. Okay, now I'm going to say one last thing and then we'll end this. It doesn't matter if I am tired. It doesn't matter, okay, how busy I am. I will never do anything to hurt me because I have been running the unconditional love and care program so long that I can run it from my subconscious and I will not hurt me or another person. You're going to have to be alert, connected to your breath, slight smile, and constantly observing yourself for 2 years before you can trust this. Now, if you learn what I'd like to try to actually show you this week, and you use these tools, in 9 months, you will see the birthing of the new you. 9 months? Oh God! Can I just give you another $100 and make it quicker? We've been taught that way, haven't we? It's all instant gratification, right? Everybody's taking petroleum, which is called medicine, okay? And they're taking petroleum for instant gratification that you will always have it whip in your face. You will never ever win from that. You'll never win. You'll never win from the shortcut. Oh, listen, I hack everything. I look at what everybody else does, and then I look at the shortcut of that, okay? And understand something. The people that work the hardest get paid the less on this planet. The people that work the hardest get paid the less on this planet. Okay, we think that going to a prestigious university, it's all just going to come to us. Watch how many of them are miserable. Watch out how many dropouts are actually abundantly wealthy on all levels. Understand something. Finding your authentic self is the key. Why do most people become medical doctors? Prestige, eh? And the glory and the fame and I'm healing people. Well, actually, nobody heals people. When I was younger, and not so long ago, I believed I was the healer, and I never was. But that was sold to us, that practitioners heal. They don't heal. They only create a vibration and a frequency, and then that person who came to them has to magnetize and say, I want that. What the hell am I going to do? I can pump up all week here, but if you believe that you're a sinner, or you believe that you're unworthy, okay, of God's love, or the love of others, or abundance in this lifetime, there's nothing that's going to stop that. You're going to stay there. You're going to stay there. And I do mean you better watch out. You're going to stay there. You need to start being nicer to yourself. And you know what I'm talking about, don't you? Yeah. Yeah. I already told you this. Learn it. Stop making judgments on people and you'll be allowed to see what they're dealing with. And then you have compassion for them and you have patience as much as you can. But I get it. You can only help people so much, and then it's like, God, the program, they just keep repeating it and they're stuck, right? They're just stuck there. And there's the curse. There's the curse. But you're not cursed. And God didn't desert you. We're just really messed up. We're really messed up, you know, but we're all beautiful. We just have really not good belief systems. And understand something. I mean, I get a call like every 2 or 3 weeks from some psychic or or somebody who's like, Dr. Wolf, I just want to call you and tell you that I follow you, and guess what? There's change coming and there will be peace on the earth for 100 years. And I'm going, Okay, all right. I said, that's great, but I'm not buying it because this is a training ground. And ever since the beginning of time, and understand, we didn't crawl from caves. Everything they're lying about. There's no climate change. There's absolutely no climate change. I did a one-a-day a Wolf report, and I said I want a scientist to come on and prove, and don't give me a computer mock-up, okay? It's BS. There isn't any. And just know, there's as much oil on this planet as there is water, and there's more water in the center of the earth than there is on top of the planet. These sons of bitches have been lying to us since the beginning of time. But guess what? I shouldn't have swore at them, right? Because that what you call God put them in charge and said, listen, you mess those suckers up, and let's see if they can actually dig down inside and have unconditional love for themselves and everyone else and rise above it. Holy crap. 8 billion people can't come together and love each other. No, we have to use religion to go out and kill each other, or we got to go out and get, okay, like, people aren't going to like this. Iran is one of the only countries in the world that have not given up their banking rights to the Rothschilds and Rockefellers and to Vanguard and BlackRock. So just know that. These are people that love their life and want to be left alone. And you know what? There's not a war going on that isn't for them. So understand, when we send our children off to war, they're going to help these sons of you-know-whos. But the reality is I can't get upset, because if I go to play Monopoly, if you went to play Monopoly and you're not winning, right? It doesn't mean you can't change the rules. That's Monopoly. So when you come down to planet Earth is a cesspool to somebody who allows their mind to become that. Do you understand? Every one of you have a different life, and you live on a different earth than each other. Why don't we do that after this? Okay, so what kind of earth do you live on? And everybody's going to have a different answer. But you're all living on the same earth. But you all have different belief systems. You have different religions. Okay, you have different values that you've put on certain things. So that's what makes it different. That's it. So how can we be angry or hate someone because they have different values than us? But we've been taught that if somebody doesn't match our belief systems, or they don't come to our church, or they're not in our religion, or, oh, what, you're not part of the Braveheart community yet? Oh, we can't talk to you. Have you not signed up for the app? It's free. Until you sign up for the BHN app, I'm not going to be able to hang out with you. Okay, well,
I did sign up.
oh, okay, fine, we'll talk. No, but do you understand, that would be as ridiculous as what people do. Tell me that people don't act like that. Tell me that people don't create divides, right? Our way is the right way. Well, my way is not the right way. My way is just another way. It's just another way. And I'm not going to change it, because I've already done most of the other ways. And I'm not doing it. Remember something. Make up your own story. Make up your own history. Don't tell the story that everybody wants to hear. Oh, my life was so dramatic. The more you tell the story, the more you become the story. You know, if you go to most whole life coaches or go to most psychologists, most psychiatrists, they want you to go back there and find out how you got so badly messed up. Seriously? Seriously? Are we like crazy? Do you think that we could just be sane right here and just put a smile on and connect to our breath? And what is it you want in your life? What do you want to become? Where would you like to live? Who would you like to live with? If you were the creator of everything, what would that look like to you? Oh my God, why don't we do that? Why don't we start right here? Why don't we see if we can get all our traumas and make them into celebrations of learnings? Planet Earth is a training ground for the spirit. You can get bent out of shape all you want, but it's a training ground. And if you want to believe that, you know, if you're really good, you're going to go to heaven. If you want to believe that if you're bad, you're going to go to hell, you can believe in that too if you want. And it will become as real for you, but I don't think you're going to find that when you leave here. Okay? just know this, that every prominent dominant story is a lie if it's not based on unconditional love and care for you and your brothers and sisters. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back again.